Well, howdy, and welcome back once again to the Withlacoochee River Railroad and the Withlacoochee River Report, number 97. We're up to 97. Well, I did go to the train sale at Dana's today. I didn't go there to sell anything. The wife and I just kind of decided against it. So, against, setting up. But I did come home with some stuff. And why don't you follow me through the intro? And I didn't get any video this time either. It wasn't that great a show anyway. It seemed to be a lot less vendors for were there for, of course, of all things, the December show. So follow me through the intro and we'll talk a lot about it when we get back. Well, we're back. Well, what do you think? That's a pretty good looking caboose. It's got a few extra details on it. The roof walk is obviously missing on it. I got that caboose for a whopping $5. That's an old Atlas. About 1970 version. It might be a 1980s era version when Roco re-released them through Bev Bell. But it's basically an old we just call them old Atlas. I've been looking for one of these cabooses and I was glad I found it. This one's already set up for 2-rail. It's got a KD on one end but no coupler on the other. And I've got to reattach one truck. I may do a total rebuild, and depending on the way I'm feeling, I might modernize this caboose a little bit and just leave the roof walk off. Or I may just I may just scratch build a roof walk for it. I do enjoy doing some stuff like that. I picked up some buildings. Now, I don't have all of them in here because I couldn't possibly fit everything into this little train room. So I've got a couple of boxes of the more Lionel-ish type stuff sitting in my driveway. Tomorrow I'm going to have to go by Harbor Freight and pick up another tarp to be able to keep those covered up. So there's 3 of the buildings right there. Then there was a house brand new in the box. There's another, these are all Ameritown here with the exception of that model power. There's this building here. And then there's 2 more buildings here. There's a little bit more Ameritown out there. And like I said, some Lionel, some Plasticville and stuff like that. So I still got to go through that stuff. These are buildings that are going to be on this railroad. So I've already picked out what I'm keeping. Can't imagine why I would do that. So I got all those buildings. There's 2 large totes plus the 2 boxes of buildings that I got with these, and there might be some stuff I'll keep out. There's another MTH water tower similar to that one, but not quite. It's a 7-Up water tower, and there's some towers. There's a couple of light towers, which I don't believe are made for model trains. I believe they were made for basically Christmassy type stuff. They're well detailed water or light towers, the type you'd see on the coast, to protect the ships. Let them know here you don't want to go beyond this lighthouse, type stuff. So it's nice to have buildings, and as y'all know, if you've watched any of my previous buildings, you know that now every one of these buildings is going to require getting painted and somewhat detailed. I haven't run into any sidewalk material for these structures yet. I do have some extra finials, or not finials, but this type stuff. I do have some extra, a couple of those. I imagine this one goes on the theater. These aren't really glue bombs. They didn't use the best glue, though, because I can peel that glue right off of that plastic. And then I think this one goes right on the police station here. It looks like a police station, so it's going to be a police station. And I've got another police station sitting out there in another box. So as you can see, I ended up with some pretty decent stuff today. All the buildings, $50. All of them. Now, mind you, if I was to be out there purchasing these buildings by themselves, they'd be asking me $25, $30, $40 a piece on these. And I wouldn't have it. But there was something else that came up. When this guy opened the back door of his van, there sat in another tote was 2 of these. Guess what I got for $50? Both of them. 2 Lionel ZW transformers. And both of them, I've been playing with one of them. Both of them are clean. Both of them look like the cords have been replaced with actual Lionel reproduction cords. And a Lionel expert told me that today. And you saw the train running earlier. It's running off of this power supply right here. Now, I'm only testing one part of one transformer tonight. Both transformers are going to get tested. So, it's that simple. Both transformers are going to get tested. I don't think I got hurt paying $50 for 2 of them. Even if one of them doesn't work for some reason, I don't think I got hurt on those. Now, if I use both transformers, I can run 8 tracks independently of each other. Now, obviously, my little railroad isn't going to have 8 tracks running independently of one another. And yes, I saw this Lackawanna caboose sitting on a friend's table, and I asked him about it. He had a price tag on it of $15, and I said, yeah, man, I don't pay $15 for brand new Atlas cars from the 1970s. I generally get brand new ones for $10. Anyway, he said, make an offer. I said, $5. He said, okay. He said, done deal. He just wanted to get rid of it, which is fine. It'll be a fairly easy car to work on, as they usually are. And I'm going to leave it Lackawanna. I've got my Lackawanna F units, and even though it's a 2-rail car, it should be able to roll along this Lionel track without any difficulty. Like I said earlier, I did not get any video out there today. I did not set up a table for doing sales out there today. Frankly, to be honest with you, I just didn't feel like it. The wife and I, we both got up this morning. She just got out of rehab, out of the rehab center yesterday. And, you know, we're both having to deal with a lot of BS right now. So, you know, I didn't want to have to get all loaded up this morning and take this stuff for sale. Take a bunch of stuff for sale. I really didn't. Yes, I could use the money. But I had a good week this week. I'm hoping for a good week this next week. And, well, that's just the way it is. Isn't it? Quite happy with how this works. The whistle, at least on that one, doesn't seem to work too well. But it looks like these transformers have been gone through, so I'm kind of happy about that. So until next time, happy railroading.